This is Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Welcome to this edition of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. This is a really big day for us. Not only are we kicking off the 2023-2024 season, but this is extra special because it is our 10th season of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, and we're really excited about that. We hope you're excited about it too. The end of season 9, you saw Winnebago crowned our champions. We won't see them until the second round because they get a first round bye. But we've got a couple of special teams here to help kick off our special 10th season. Let's get those applause going. First, for the Pecatonica Indians. Pecatonica has a really long history in our tournament. This is their 9th year. They've made it to the second round or better in all but 2 of them. Who's your captain?
I'm the captain today. My name is Becca.
Introduce us to your starting lineup.
To my left, we have Allie. To my far right, we have Gavin. And to my near right, we have Tyler. And we're coached by the wonderful Miss Carrie Daly.
We've had quite a few. Actually, when our teams have actually thrown some shout-outs out to coaches, that's worked out well for them. I don't know if that's good luck charm or what, but we'll see what happens, Becca. Thanks for being here, and good luck. How about a nice another round of applause for the Ashton Franklin Center Raiders. AFC doesn't have quite as long a history as Peck does. This is year 2 for them, but last year they squeaked out a first-round victory and then got bested by Belvedere in round 2. You guys want to, Ethan, you remember that, don't you? You want to do better this time around. Who's your captain?
Exactly. I am your captain today.
That's what I didn't want to assume, but I figured you were. Of course, you always bring the energy, which we love. Who is in your starting lineup?
All right, so I'm Ethan, and to my left here we have Aiden. To my right we have Lauren, and to my far right we have Zane.
All right, Ashton Franklin Center, good luck to you. Good luck to both of our teams. Let's begin with our buzz-in round. You've all played the game before. There's a lot of familiar faces up here. So you've all played the game, you know the rules, but the 2 most important ones are wait for me to say your name before you answer, and then give that answer loudly and clearly. Are y'all ready to kick off season 10? Good, here we go. Here's the first question. What company whose employee Gunpei Yokoi designed the Game & Watch series and the original Game Boy? More recently, Gavin.
Nintendo.
That's right. Made the Wii and Switch consoles. First points of season 10 go to Pecatonica. What taxonomic class, whose name comes from a Latin word for to cut into parts, is the largest known class of animals and includes ants and wasps? Ethan.
Insects.
That is right. Those parts are the head, thorax, and abdomen. You're on the board now. Along with Santo Domingo, what other national capital is on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola? Tyler.
Port-au-Prince.
That is right. Santo Domingo is the capital of the Dominican Republic. Port-au-Prince, capital of Haiti. What group's song Don't Shut Me Down from their comeback album Voyage? Aiden.
ABBA.
Wow, you parents all over the place are screaming and they're applauding you because you didn't even need the most obvious clue. Dancing Queen was one of their other hits. Nice work. Battles like Poltava and Narva were fought in what 18th century war in which Peter the Great's Russian Empire defeated Sweden? Tyler.
The Great Northern War.
You got it. It included the first major victory for the Russian Navy. What term derived from French describes the quality of a note that distinguishes different instruments, such as a violin versus a flute? Aiden.
Timbre.
Judge, can we take that? Yes, we'll take it. Timbre, timber, you got it. We're back to a tie game. What day of the week, called Alethnain in Arabic and Deftera in Greek, has names in Romance languages like Lundi that refer, Ethan?
Monday.
That's right. Refer to the moon in Spanish. It's lunes. That may have helped you. You're in the lead. In anatomy, the adjective renal is used to describe things related to what organ? Lauren.
The kidney.
That is correct. If you're in renal failure, you're talking about the kidneys. 3 in a row for AFC. What general who declared Savannah was his Christmas present for Abraham Lincoln in 1864 ravaged Georgia? Tyler.
Sherman.
That's right, during his march to the sea. In which Olympic sport would one use an épée, a foil, or a saber? Allie.
Fencing.
That's right. Those are all different types of swords. Back to a tie game. What region of the EM spectrum is detected by the James Webb Space Telescope and has, Tyler?
The infrared spectrum?
Yes. What artist of Madonna of the Magnificat painted the Hora of Spring throwing a cloak over a nude goddess standing on a shell in The Birth of Venus? That was Botticelli, Sandro Botticelli. And that buzzer means we are out of time for the round. What a great way to start season 10. I'm sure our teams, again, would like, the team on top would like a little bit more cushion, but it's sure exciting to watch. One question between Pecatonica right now at AFC, 60 to 50. We've got a lot more game to play. Our volleyball round's next. We are off to a great start here in season 10. We had a pretty tight first round, 60 points for Pecatonica, 50 for Ashton Franklin Center. Before we get into our volleyball round, a very special thank you. Brad Fisher, we're lucky to have him. Brad is the head editor of the IHSA Scholastic Bowl State Series, but he has a passion for all things Scholastic Bowl, and we are the beneficiaries of that. He is a longtime supporter of our show, and the show is better because he is here. So Brad, thanks for being our judge. We appreciate it. Let's move on to our volleyball round. Contestants, it's a conferring round. Work as a team, but the answers have to come from the captains. So that would be Becca and Ethan. And because of our flip, Pecatonica gets our first volleyball question. Becca, are you ready? Here we go. What gemstone is produced by the accumulation of the mostly aragonite substance, nacre, at the site of an injury or infection inside an oyster?
A pearl?
That seemed like a team effort, right? Liv shot that answer all the way from the other side. Perfect. You got those points. Over to Ashton Franklin Center. Ethan, here's your first question of the round. What Belgian artist painted The Treachery of Images, which shows a picture of a pipe above the phrase, "This is not a pipe"?
Marcel Duchamp?
Incorrect. It's actually on display at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. That is René Magritte. Back to Peck. What composer of a symphony described as Beethoven's 10th and an academic festival overture also wrote a German requiem and a namesake lullaby? That lullaby is Brahms' lullaby. You'd probably know it if you heard it. Johannes Brahms. Back over to AFC. Most of the world's Uyghurs live in what autonomous region of China whose capital is Urumqi?
Tibet?
Incorrect. Xinjiang. Back over to Pecatonica. In what novel are daily physical jerks compulsory for members of the outer party in Oceania, including Winston Smith, who's tormented by Big Brother?
1984.
That is right. AFC. What bird, which has the longest wingspan of any extant bird, is shot by the narrator of the poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner?
An eagle?
Incorrect. An albatross. Back to Pecatonica. What British royal house, which the Jacobites sought to restore, included the king who lost power in the glorious revolution of 1688, James II?
Stuart.
You got it. Right before the buzzer, House of Stuart. Back to Ashton Franklin Center. What Greek king of Epirus defeated Roman forces at the 280 BC Battle of Heraclea, but retreated from Italy because he suffered heavy losses?
Hercules?
Incorrect. Pyrrhus. Back to Peck. What mathematician discovered the union bound in probability and is the namesake of an algebra system that only considers the values true and false?
Oh my God.
He gives his name to Boolean algebra. That is George Boole. AFC. The Alvarez hypothesis explains the cause of what type of event which marks the end of the Cretaceous period, 66 million years ago?
Mass extinction?
Yes, you got that right. And that's how we end the round with those 10 points. Nice work. Still a little bit of a gap now. Pecatonica widened it a little. They're up to 90, just shy of triple digits. Ashton Franklin Center has 60. Our lightning round's coming up, so scores could change pretty quickly there. But first, a question not worth points, but pizza and pasta. It's the Bergstrom bonus question. You'll see it now, and then we'll have the answer coming up after this break.
Led by Hall of Famers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Irvin Magic Johnson, HBO's Winning Time is a series that chronicles the rise of which NBA franchise?
90 to 60 is where our scores sit right now. Pecatonica is on top. It's our very first halftime show of season 10, and because it's season 10, we thought we'd do something special for our halftime every year, or every game this season. Our team in the lead has to perform a song and dance number. So, Becca, do you and the team have something prepared? No? It only has to be 2 minutes. Can you fill 2 minutes? I'm kidding. We're going to stick with our tradition of doing the Bergstrom bonus question. How's that? Does that make you feel better?
Much better.
You see how red Tyler's face got? Holy cow. What? I feel like Tyler has this hidden talent that all of a sudden we were about to see, and now we're not going to. Maybe we'll do it at the end of the game. It is our Bergstrom bonus question. So no points on the line, but pizza and pasta from Lino's. And we want to thank Lino's for being a part of another season here of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. So you get a pizza party if you answer this right, teams. Hands on your buzzers. It's just a traditional buzzing question other than that. Here is your question. Led by Hall of Famers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Irvin Magic Johnson, HBO's Winning Time is a series that chronicles the rise of which NBA franchise? Marshall.
The Lakers.
That is right. You got it. Now you can do a victory dance, right? No song and dance, but at least a victory dance. And Lakers kick off the new NBA season this week against the defending champion, Denver Nuggets. Congratulations. Look at how Marshall is beaming. It doesn't matter how the game ends.
I said I was going to get the pizza question.
And you did, right? You are a man of your word. Nice job. We'll take a break and come back with our lightning round where we'll switch from pizza to points. We are back for our NECA IBEW lightning round. Marshall was so excited about winning the Bergstrom bonus question, he had to take a break. In fact, he's probably planning his pizza party right now. And we've had a captain change over at Pecatonica. Allie is now in charge. She's running the show over there, which is important in this round because all the answers need to come from the captain. So you can work as a team. In fact, we encourage you to work as a team during the lightning round, but make sure the captains are answering. So that's Ethan and Allie. And because of the coin flip, Ethan, you get first pick of the categories this week, and they are literary deaths, movie quotes, or starts with Q.
We're going to take movie quotes.
Oh, we were all hoping that you would pick that one. This is going to be a great category. Given a quote from the AFI's Top 100 list, name the movie it appears in. Might be tough to just hear it read instead of hear it like the character, but I will do my best for you. 60 seconds on the clock. If you run this category, it's 100 points added to your score. That will put you in the lead. And then, Allie, you and the team will have 30 seconds to get to whatever they don't. And advice to both teams that I say every single game, but it's worth repeating, remember the pass option. So don't get stuck on one question because the clock will just eat up time on you. So we are ready for our movie quote category. If you are, Ethan.
I'm ready.
Here we go. The clock is set for 60 seconds. Given a quote from the AFI's Top 100 list, name the movie it appears in. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Godfather.
Correct. Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Forrest Gump.
Correct. Houston, we have a problem.
Apollo 11.
Incorrect. Phone home.
E.T.
Correct. Rosebud.
Next.
Are you passing?
Oh, pass. Yes.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Tropical Thunder.
Incorrect. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Jaws.
Correct. You talking to me?
Pass.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Pass.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Pass.
Rosebud.
Pass.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. No, I'm sorry, you can't. It was an incorrect answer. You talking to me?
Pass.
All right, Mr. DeMille, and that's our time. 60 seconds is up. It's not bad. 4 right, you're now in the lead. You're in triple digits with 100. There's 6 left for you, Allie, and the team. I will read these as fast as I can. 30 seconds isn't a lot of time to get to 6, but I will do my best for you. So given a quote from the AFI's Top 100 list, Name the movie it appears in. Here we go. Houston, we have a problem.
Apollo 13.
That's correct. Rosebud.
Pass.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Incorrect. You Talking to Me.
Pulp Fiction.
Incorrect. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Incorrect. Go ahead, Make My Day.
Pass.
Rosebud.
Pass.
That's our time. You got one, so you tied it up. That's great. Some of these were really, really tough. Rosebud from one of the films that some people claim is one of the best of all time. It's actually #1 on AFI's list. And it's the very beginning of the movie, and it's whispered, Rosebud. Citizen Kane. That was the movie. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. You were close. Obviously, it was kind of a war movie, right? Apocalypse Now. You Talking to Me. That's a terrible impression. I'm sorry. It was Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle saying that into the mirror in Taxi Driver. These last two are pretty tough. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. That was Sunset Boulevard. Gloria Swanson was the actress in that. And then, Go Ahead, Make My Day. Nobody? I'm going to let that linger for a little bit. It was Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry. The movie was Sudden Impact. That's our movie quotes category. We go tied into our second choice here for Allie between literary deaths and starts with Q.
Literary deaths.
All right, we'll leave Q by the wayside. Name the literary work in which these characters die. I'll give you the character, you give me the work, 60 seconds for these 10. You ready, Allie?
Yes.
Here we go. Name the literary work in which these characters die. Polonius, who's stabbed by the Prince of Denmark.
Hamlet.
Correct. Captain Ahab, who drowns.
Moby Dick.
Correct. Myrtle Wilson, who's run over by Daisy Buchanan.
The Great Gatsby.
Correct. Lenny Small, who is shot by George Milton.
Of Mice and Men.
Correct. The title usurper, who's killed by Macduff.
Pass.
Sidney Carton, who's guillotined.
Pass.
An unnamed Arab man who is shot by Meursault.
Pass.
Randall McMurphy, who is suffocated in a mental hospital.
Pass.
Mary Dalton, who is smothered by Bigger Thomas.
Pass.
Lily Bart, who overdoses.
Pass.
The title usurper, who is killed by Macduff. And that's our time. We started out pretty easy. They got tough near the end. So you also got 4 correct on your first run through. You're up to 140. Ethan, there's 6 left, only 30 seconds, but if you've been paying attention, maybe you'll get through these quickly. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Name the literary work in which these characters die. The title usurper, who is killed by
Macbeth.
Correct. Sidney Carton, who's guillotined.
War and Peace.
Incorrect. An unnamed Arab man who is shot by Meursault.
Pride and Prejudice.
Incorrect. Randall McMurphy, who is suffocated in a mental hospital.
Sense and Sensibility.
Incorrect. Mary Dalton, who is smothered by Bigger Thomas.
Pride and Prejudice.
Incorrect. Lily Bart, who overdoses.
Pride and Prejudice.
Incorrect. Might as well shout out an answer if you're not sure. There's nothing to go back to. You got 1 right. You're up to 110. Here are the 5 no one got. Sidney Carton, who is guillotined in A Tale of Two Cities. He actually takes another man's place in that. An unnamed Arab man shot by Meursault in The Stranger. Randall McMurphy's suffocated in a mental hospital. Jack Nicholson actually won an Oscar for playing Randall in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Mary Dalton is smothered by Bigger Thomas in Native Son. And Lily Bart overdoses in The House of Mirth. We have 1 round left to play in our game. It's our final challenge, appropriately named. And here's our scores: 140 for Peck, 110 for Ashton Franklin Center. We'll have that final challenge after this break. One round left to play in our very first game of season 10 here on Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. Pecatonica's in the lead with 140. Ashton Franklin Center has 110. Contestants, the only difference between this round and our first round is each question is worth 20 points. So 30 points may seem like a lot, but those questions will change the gap very quickly with that doubled point total. Hands on your buzzers. Again, when we have a close game like this, Wait for me to call your name before you answer, and then give that answer loudly and clearly. Hands on your buzzers. Good luck to both of our teams. Here we go. What head of foreign volunteers in Uruguay's civil war became the hero of two worlds after the Red Shirts expedition of the 1000 helped unify Italy? That was Giuseppe Garibaldi. What colony's fundamental orders, adopted in 1639, were drafted by Roger Ludlow and became the first written constitution in the modern U.S.? Tyler.
Virginia.
Incorrect. Ashton Franklin Center, you could close the gap with this. Go ahead, Aiden.
Massachusetts.
Incorrect. Connecticut. Took things a step farther than the Mayflower Compact. What author of the story collection The 4 Million is known for stories with ironic endings like The Ransom of Red Chief and The Gift of the Magi? Lauren. O. Henry is correct. First points of the round go to AFC. What company, which provides co-working spaces, had a failed IPO in 2019, after which its CEO, Adam Neumann, resigned? Aiden.
WeWork.
You got it right before the buzzer. You're now in the lead. What's the most populous city that uses the Orca card, a transit card used by commuters from Tacoma and other cities? Tyler.
Seattle.
That's right, along Puget Sound in Washington. Peck's back on top. What arm of the Mediterranean Sea lies between the Italian peninsula and the Balkan peninsula? Tyler.
The Adriatic.
Adriatic is right. What Southeast Asian country, which was ruled by the Chakri dynasty's King Rama IX for 70 years, was historically known by the name Siam? Tyler.
Thailand.
Thailand is right. 3 in a row for Peck. What type of blizzard that gave Buffalo 6 feet of snow in 2022 occurs when a cold front travels over warm water, such as the body next to Buffalo? Tyler.
Lake effect.
Lake effect is right. Candace King is very proud of you. What group of elements that includes francium contains the elements that are? Tyler.
Alkali metals.
Alkali metals is correct, most likely to give up electrons. You're on a roll. What pro-slavery politician was vice president during the nullification crisis, encouraging? Tyler.
John C. Calhoun.
Calhoun is right. His home state of Carolina to resist a new tariff. What politician who militia members plotted to kidnap in 2020 defeated Republican Tudor Dixon in 2020? Tyler.
Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer is correct. And that is how we end the round. First game of the season, our first 300-point total. Let's give credit where credit is due. Tyler, you had a massive roll on that last round. Nice job. And if you notice, nobody's clapping louder for you than AFC. What good sports. Nice job, you guys. No surprise based on your history of playing this game. We're so happy to have you. First of all, congratulations, Pecatonica. You're moving on to round 2. That's where you will take on defending champs Winnebago. And seriously, AFC, sorry to see you guys go. You bring so much energy to the game. You have so much fun, which is the intent of this game, is to have fun playing no matter what the score is. And Ethan, you always bring it. How many of you are seniors? So Lauren and Ethan, we get to say goodbye to you, but you have a standing invitation. I know, no tears. We'll have some Kleenex later. Standing invitation to come visit us anytime, for sure. We know it's a hike. But also, Colin, Aiden, you and the rest of the team, we want you back next year for season 11. Can I lock you in?
Yes.
That's very committal. All right. Well, we're glad, again, we're glad you're here. You should be proud of the way you played. And next week, we hope to see you when River Ridge takes on Dakota. Thanks for joining us.